Hey Sonya. Hey Sonya, how you doing? Hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you, to the four people that I see so far. Happy Tuesday. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? Thank you for joining the live. Come and walk with me. Come and walk with me. I guess for about 15 minutes. For about 15 minutes today. It's getting dark earlier and earlier and earlier. Y'all, fall is near. Happy Tuesday, Sonya. Are you doing a challenge this month, Sonya? Is it the what is it? It was July, August, and September. What is the challenge? What was your challenge for this month, Sonya? I can't remember. You know how I am. I know that I'm sure I thought you said that there was one because I remember we were having to count back, and it's been probably what about three so far, at least three. 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps. You know what? I charged my Fitbit too, and I forgot it yesterday and today. We talked about that last week, I think. Yes, 10,000 steps. So I'm gonna put it on tomorrow. I definitely forgot. I forgot 10,000 steps. I charged it just so I can kind of see what's up, bro. What's up, Sugar Daddy Warren Williams? Welcome, 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 welcome to the live. How you doing, Sugar Daddy? How are you doing this evening? So yes, Sonya, I do. I charged my Fitbit up, girl. I really do need to use it. I never count. I never use it, but I do really need to use it because it was a gift too. So I used it a lot at first, but I didn't really like pay attention. Hey, Cool Gamer, welcome to the live, Cool Gamer. Cool Gamer says hello, everyone. I didn't I would check it, but I didn't really focus on it. I would check the heart rate and stuff like that, but I didn't focus on the steps. So I need to do that just to know. It would be good to know. So far, Science says, so far today, I have done 5,133. So that's good, Sonya. So you'll probably, what's this, the 19th? This is the 19th. So you'll get it. I think you'll get that. You did, Sugar Daddy? Why didn't I get the notification? What time did you go live? Maybe I did get it. And if I was at work, maybe I just missed it. What time was it, SD? What time did you go live? I would definitely go and watch it and watch the replay. So guys, Sugar Daddy Warren Williams went live today, earlier today. So go over there to his channel and check out his live. Sonya says, hello, Cool Gamer. Sugar Daddy went live. She's saying hello to Cool Gamer. Thank you, Sonya. Yes, 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 people. Please thumbs up this live. Please give me a like. If you come across this video and you have not subscribed, please do so. Do so. We're over here for good old fun, just talking, good conversation, to be informative, educational when we can be, uplifting and positive, and to support and encourage each other to reach whatever goals we've set. And if you haven't set any goals, just to encourage each other to encourage each other to, just to be happy as possible, and to do whatever you can to make it through your day and have a great day. All right, set some things in motion at the beginning of every week. things that will hopefully help you to have a great week. And definitely take it one day at a time. You know, we want you to have a great day every day. But the goal is to have a great day, a great week, and to just, you know, be you. Just be you in a good way. He says it was about an hour ago. I'm in the game. Sugar, you in the game now. I hear you. I hear you. Sugar Daddy says, I'm in the game now. Sonya says, I made me some delicious, maybe a delicious smoothie today. You made a smoothie today? I hear you, Sonya. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and some ginger. So good. That sounds good, Sonya. That sounds delicious. Hey, Rock. Rock Just Living just entered the live. Hello, 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 Rock. Hope you guys are having again, everyone coming in. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I hope that you've set the pace for the way you want your week to go. And I hope you're on pace and you're on track to having a great week. Hope good things have been happening for you so far, and I hope great things continue to happen for you the rest of the week. Sugar Daddy says tomorrow is his birthday. So, Sugar Daddy, you're a Virgo? Is that right, Sugar Daddy? Y'all know I've been trying to learn the dates. Sugar Daddy said his birthday is tomorrow, so happy early birthday, bro. Rock Just Living says, hello, Lions Pride and everyone. Hey, Rock. Y'all go over there and check out Rock in the Family, please. Please go check Rock out. I'm sure she has a great vlog for you. Rock did a long vlog the other day, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed your video the other day, Rock. You and the girls, and y'all. Rock just had, she was eating good. They were having fun. Also, check out some of her self-care videos, y'all. So go over here and check out Rock Just Living. Go over there and check out Sugar Daddy One Williams. And go over there and subscribe to my mod, Sonya. She's not putting out content, but hey, maybe one day she will. Everybody speaking to Rock Just Living. Rock says, happy birthday, Sugar Daddy. There's that litter go. There's the litter is, y'all. Y'all know I be talking about the litter. Rock speaking back. Virgo Nation. Sugar Daddy says, Virgo Nation. Happy early birthday, Sugar Daddy. One Williams. Sugar Daddy, did you put your Cash App in your live? Maybe somebody might want to bless you with a happy birthday. With a happy birthday Cash App. I always say, if 5 people send you $1, that's a blessing. That's coffee. That's a cup of coffee. I guess it depends on where you go, though, for real, because coffee is expensive, y'all. Coffee is expensive, depending on where you go. Sonya says, Rock Just Living vlogs are always a joy to watch. I know, right? She has the best vlogs. I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh, Rock on here for 45 minutes. Because it's just like a show. It's like a good TV show. It's she and the hubby, she and the girls, she and the grandbabies. She's cooking. She's doing that self-care. She do so much. I always say that. I always tell you that Rock is multi-talented. She does a lot. She does so much. And if you go over there to her channel, you will enjoy the channel. You'll be thoroughly entertained. Sugar Dad says they already blessed me and I didn't even post my Cash App yet. Come on in, Sugar Daddy. Look, they don't call him Sugar Daddy for nothing. Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy says they already blessed him and he didn't even post his Cash App yet, y'all. That's a bad man. That's a good man. Look, that's a bad man in a good way. Sugar Daddy is being blessed, y'all. He hadn't even posted the Cash App yet. So I'm telling you, that's a bad man in a good way. They don't call him Sugar Daddy for nothing. So how has everybody's week been so far? I know it's just Tuesday, but hey, tomorrow's hump day. And hump day, once we hit Wednesday, y'all, the end of the day Wednesday, the rest of the week flies by. Next thing you know, it's Saturday. Saturday morning. Saturday. I'm out somewhere. I'm out in the garden or at a farmer's market looking for something that we don't have in our garden, trying to find something to, get to the house, some good veggies. I had I pretty much just did a veggie meal today. I have squash, okra, and sweet potatoes. And I was just cooking and I'm like, I don't have any meat. I don't have any meat to go with this. But I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes a good veggie plate is all you need. Sonya says her week is going well. That's good, Sonya. I'm glad to hear it. Hope it continues to go well. Claim that for yourself. Claim that you will continue to have a great week. We're going to claim it. We're all going to claim that for ourselves. And things may get a little shaky, a little rocky, a little bumpy, but try your best. Try your best to just get through it, to find the fix and to get through it. Sonya says she loves sweet potatoes and zucchini. Do you? I love. I love yellow summer squash. I love it. I love it. My niece was like, okra, ugh, squash, ugh. She does not like many vegetables. Now, she does eat cabbage. Uh, she'll eat cabbage and she'll eat green beans. So do you guys know people who are like that? Look, at Sonya said the same thing my niece said. Oh. Sonya said the same thing. Sonya, that's the same thing she said. She was like, ugh. She was like, you drew the line. She said, you drew the line and crossed it when you said squash. And when I said okra, she was just over it. She was over it with the okra. I'm like, girl, you better get that okra and get that squash, that beta carotene and that okra. You better get it and eat it, that fiber. She wasn't feeling it, y'all. She wasn't feeling the squash and the okra. Hey, Lorraine. Welcome. Lorraine says, hey, Lime Pride and Sonya. Hey, Jill. Welcome. No, Jill said no okra for me. Ladies, y'all better get that okra. Y'all just like my niece. She was like, she told me I drew the line at the squash and I had just done too much at the okra. I was like, so you don't want okra? You don't want squash? And she was like, no, ma'am. Nope. She said, I'll eat some green beans. I'll eat cabbage. She told me green beans, cabbage, and corn. And she said the corn because it's sweet. She's always been like that. Very, very, very picky. Very picky. I love me some collard greens. I love turnip greens. Collards are my favorite. I'll get me some collards and mix some okra in them. Yeah, that's some good old country southern eating right there. Y'all, you get the collard greens and put some okra in them and get your cornbread and crumble it up and eat it with your hand. I don't care. I don't care what they say. Eat it with your hand. I'm like, y'all, I know y'all know Adrian Slays. Adrian will eat them greens with her hands on camera. And people be laughing and stuff. And I'm like, I know some of y'all done had them greens with your hand before. That's just the old motherland way. It gives it flavor. It gives it flavor. Sonya said, I can eat my beta carotene from carrot. I can eat cabbage every day. Yes, I love cabbage. I love mostly all greens. It took me a while to come around to spinach, but you can train your taste buds. You can train your taste buds. Maybe not to everything, but to quite a few things. And I know how healthy spinach is. So I trained my taste buds. I just trained my taste buds to it. And I found myself asking myself, why do you dislike spinach? And all along, it was just because I really hadn't had it often. I hadn't had it much. And I just thought it looked funny. But if I think spinach looks funny, it's just greens. They're just greens like the rest of them. Maybe because they tend to be darker. Jill says, I love corn, but okay, y'all. Am I back? I'm sorry. I had a phone call to come through. Jill says, I love corn, but I got to be home to eat it. Sugar Daddy says, Jill's comfort zone, I'll trade you my spinach for your okra. Come on, come on, Sugar Daddy. You like okra? Lorraine says, yes, lunch fried. uh, Sonia says, Sugar Daddy, I love me some spinach. Oh, I got a phone call, Sonia. Y'all know how it's been lately. As soon as I come live, I get a phone call or two or three. Sugar, Jill says, hey, Sugar Daddy, huh? Jill says, I've only ate greens with a fork. Girl, I hear you, Jill, but I'm going to tell you. And Adrian is from Milwaukee, so I don't know if it's a soul food thing, so it can't be a Southern thing, but eating with your hands, certain foods, eating with your hands came from the motherland. And I understand that's something that the motherland, that's just, that's one thing that they couldn't get out of some of us, eating with our hands. And most foods, I eat with utensils. But when it comes to collard greens and bread, baby, them fingers, those fingers give it a flavor that no seasoning can touch. It's a mind thing. But I promise you, you'll notice the difference. Lorraine says, Jill, it's a home food, so you can eat that, so you can get down. Yes, it is. Now, if I'm out, yeah, and they happen to have greens, I'll eat with a fork. But greens, yeah, I don't care what nobody says. They going down with the hands. Look, you put those hands like that, and you go. Sugar Dad says, Sonya, you know how I feel about spinach. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jill. Uh-oh, Jill. It's probably the sugar content of it. It's one of those sugars. It's one of those FODMAPs. That's what that is, probably. Okay. Good to know I'm back for sure. Because I was seeing you guys' comments. Lorraine says, I love everything y'all speaking about and add so much. Come on, Lorraine. Look, Lorraine, I had gotten done with my squash and I had some oyster mushrooms. And I was like, how did I forget? So I sauteed my mushrooms, added them with the squash, and sauteed it again, the dish for a few more minutes. That's some good eating. That's good eating. Hey, Joshua. Joshua says, hi, Lions. Hi, Jill, Sugar Daddy. Sonya says, hello, Joshua. Yes, that's some good eating, y'all. And I'm telling you, you probably won't like greens like that if you hadn't done it before. But those of us who have, it's a flavor that it just puts a certain flavor with it. Now, you season them to your liking or whatever, but eating them off the fork is just something different about eating them off the fingers. It's something different about it. Jill says she loves spinach. Hey, Joshua. Jill says, hello, Joshua. Sugar Daddy says, I've had greens good enough to eat with my hands, but I use a fork. Okay, Sugar Daddy, that's what it is. They're good enough to eat with your hands. You know how sometimes when they say finger licking good, KFC, wasn't it KFC that said finger licking good? That didn't come out of nowhere. There are a lot of foods that are finger licking good. So if they're good enough to lick your finger, you just might as well just go ahead and indulge. But again, if I'm out at a restaurant, of course, I'm going to use a fork. But then again, it depends on what restaurant. Because if I'm at a soul food restaurant, it is what it is. They know how we get down anyway. Because most of them eat it like that anyway. But I know some people that they say they can't do that. They have to have a fork. Whatever they eat, they have to have utensils. So I get that, but I'm telling you, if you know, you know. Lorraine says, give me mustard and turnips with the turnips, with the turnip bottoms, with the turnip bottoms. Yes, yep, mix them. I love them mixed. Sonia says, Jill, same here with the corn. It really, oh my God, Sonia says the corn really cleans her out. Jill, y'all a mess. Y'all are a mess. Sonia says, I love me some mustard greens. Yes, I'll mix turnips and mustard and cook those. And sometimes I mix collards and turnips. Turnips and mustard, collards and turnips. And I have some of my family, they'll mix all three. They'll put it all in there. Then some of us will use spinach. Like we may add spinach to the collards or the mustards, whatever it is that we have. But y'all, you just get one good bowl. That's some good eating. That's a lot of nutrients. So if you haven't had mixed greens before, try it. Try them mixed. Jill says my family is Southern, but I can't remember them eating greens with their hands. They probably did. I grew up in the city. Yeah, they probably did. And it's like everybody on. Some people don't like to do that. Some people don't like to do it. Jill, it's like they can't even tell you what it tastes like because they just don't like the idea of it. But many Southerners do it. And I just thought about it. I said, you know what? I don't think it's just a Southern thing because Adrian does it. And Adrian is from Chicago and lives in Milwaukee. And now that I think about it, my family in Chicago, they eat with their hands too. They eat their greens with their hands. Not every single one of them, but most of them. So yes, I'm telling you, greens, I know, taste better off the fingers. They are finger licking good. And what else? What else tastes good off the hands, eating off the hands? I'm trying to think of something else. It's the greens for me, 150%. But sometimes when I'm out, I'm like, geez. Now sometimes when I'm out, they not, depending on who cooks them or depending on the restaurant, they aren't worth eating with your fingers because they bland, they blah. They blah. But if you cook some things just right. Hey, Spiky. I didn't see you, Spiky. Hello, Spiky speaking to everybody. Everybody speaking to Spiky. Joshua says broccoli good for calcium. Okay. Listen to Joshua telling y'all to get that calcium out of the broccoli. You love mixed greens too, Jill? Yes. They're so good. Mixed greens are so good. Spiky says it's the greens for her. Sugar Daddy says hello, Joshua. Lorraine says, why don't corn break up after? Who knows? I don't know. It's probably got a lot to do with the, certain things don't break. What else? Certain things, certain types of fiber, our body doesn't break down. Certain vegetables, it's harder for us to break it down. So it's that tough skin. I said certain fibers, the corn, because it breaks down, but it's kind of like, I guess, that outer shell. You can just clearly see what looks like a corn kernel full corn kernel. But if you notice, it's usually not the whole thing, but the corn does have a hard time breaking down. I will explain that to you guys on a live one night. 'Cause I don't want to say it the wrong way. And someone thinks they may not even want to eat corn again. But corn is healthy. But there are certain veggies that are harder for our systems to break down. Jill says they say cauliflower is not that nutritional, but I mean broccoli is not that nutritional, but cauliflower is. I think both of them are. They both of them have their benefits. Um, Especially vitamin A. I'm not sure if cauliflower. I think cauliflower does, but I know with vitamin A they do. Um, Fiber. They offer fiber, so you need the two different types of fiber: the soluble and the insoluble. If you guys know that. See, sometimes we start talking about certain things. I want to get more into what they are, but then I don't want it to go too much. But I think most of you guys probably have heard of soluble and insoluble fiber. Let me slow down. She's turning. Lorraine says your shadow is walking ahead of you. Jill says when I was hey Wave, love to travel with Wave. How you doing? How you doing? Uh Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy says no spinach, damn Poppy. Welcome to the live Wave. So again, guys, if you see any of the content creators, any of the great positive content creators that you guys see in this chat, such as Jill's Comfort Zone, my mod, Sonya, my mod, Sugar Daddy One Williams, love to travel with Wave. I need you guys to run over there and check out Spiky as well. Spiky, Joshua Gabriel, go over there and check them out. Go over there and check them out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Turn on those notification bells so that you'll know the next time they go live. Sugar Daddy did his first live today. And let's get into the content. Get into the content. I think you'll really enjoy it. Joshua says cauliflower works, then broccoli has less fiber. Are you saying cauliflower works better for you, Joshua? It has, broccoli has less fiber than cauliflower. And it's so funny because generally speaking, a lot of things have, what they have, nutritional, as far as their nutritional value. But it's so funny how people's bodies, it absorbs it differently. You may absorb it differently. That's so strange. You know how Sonya and Jill were just talking about how the corn goes right through them? For some people, greens go right through them. Right through them. Spinach, greens, any type of greens go right through them. And for some people, it's just normal. It just keeps them bulky. I'll say that. Keeps them bulky. But for some people, they go right through them. Like Jill said, she has to be at home. It's funny how it's different like that for different people. Y'all know how they say different strokes for different folks? Well, it's funny how food treats us that way as well. Joshua says, me either, Jill. I don't like corn. It's sweet and disgusting. Joshua says the sweet corn is disgusting. Lorraine says you will not be stopped up after eating greens. Jill says it is, Joshua. Lorraine, some people, hey, you need a good old, you've been a little constipated. Eat you some good old greens. Eat you some good old greens. Jill says, right. Spiky says lies. Spiky, those greens don't do it to you, Spiky. Spiky said, y'all wrong about those greens. She said, y'all need to quit doing that. So what you guys got planned for the rest of the week? What do you have planned for the rest of the week? Are you working? I know Sonya's not working, y'all. Sonya's retired. Sonya can just have fun every day, all day. Unless it's cooking or housework. And some people have fun cooking. Some people enjoy doing housework because it keeps them active. It keeps them moving. A lot of people who retire, they pick up another job because they just don't really do a lot at home. Like they don't cook much or they don't have many to cook for. And sometimes they do all of that, but they just get bored and they go back to work. But you have some people who retire and they make sure that they find things to do. They pick up new hobbies. They're constantly doing something around the house, in and around the house. So they do a lot of things to keep themselves busy. Lorraine says, I'm working even Saturday. Spiky says she's working and chilling. Working and chilling. Sugar Daddy says, just comfort zone. I don't even know I could on PlayStation 4. I didn't even know I could on PlayStation 4. Okay, okay. Sonya says, left behind, I'm always busy though. Still seems like I'm work. See, I'm telling you. I told you, a lot of times when people retire, they still have so much. Sometimes, Sonya, I've heard people tell me that they realize how much that they didn't get done in the past because they work. You know, they work and they do their chores, they do housework and everything. But when they retire, they say they realized that there was so much that they weren't doing. Cole Waltz. Cole Waltz, how are you? SD1, you sharing like crazy today. So SD1, you know Mr. Cole Waltz. You send him over here. Hello, Cole. Welcome to the live. I'm glad to have you in the live. Hello, hello, hello. So Sugar Daddy One Williams is sharing everybody out today. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I try my best to do a shout out on the wall. I go through, and y'all, when I do that, if I miss you, don't worry, I'll get you the next time. Because a lot of times, there's so many people, I'll do like 2 community posts, 2 or 3, you know, so that I can make sure that I try to get everybody who supports me, and even people who don't support me, because sometimes, you know, sometimes people are just trying and they don't really know, like, okay, like this person watches me or this person, you know, shared me out. That's why I say it doesn't matter what the content is. If it's good content, if it's positive content, even if it's something that I'm not into, I will share it out as long as it's good, positive, you know, it's uplifting, it's motivational, and, you know, it keeps your mind off of the crazy stuff. So I'm not a gamer, but I enjoy sharing, you know, the gamers out because a lot of people enjoy gaming. You know, I do shorts videos where I share food sometimes, but I'm not a chef. So, but I love sharing out people like Jill's Comfort Zone, Chef Finest Wine, and other chefs as well. Cole says, hello, Lion. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for coming into the live. And I appreciate you, Sugar Daddy, for sharing me out. SD says, Cole is my bro. Respect due. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. That's why I always try and tell people, don't worry about how many subscribers someone has. Don't worry about if they're monetized. Some people don't even care about the number of subscribers that they have. Some people don't care to be monetized. They just come on here because, you know, I don't know, I guess YouTube maybe has always offered monetization. But like when people started stuff like Facebook and all that other stuff, Facebook wasn't always a place where you could earn money, was it? I don't think. Back in the day, MySpace and all that, was Twitter always a place you could use to earn money? I think some people just enjoy social media. You know, some people just enjoy social media. So, you know, it's a getaway. It's something that they had a hard day. They can just come on here. But I do know that some people make it their everything. I don't think that's quite good. I don't think anything should be your everything when it comes to the internet, unless it truly is a job, unless you truly are making a living off of it. If you're just on here and you're, you know, getting some money here or there, that's good. But, you know, sometimes the things I've seen people do for money, it was not worth the money that they got. It was not worth the money that they got. So that's why I always encourage you guys to, you know, uplift each other, share each other out if you can, you know, when you can. And don't worry about other people's subscriber count or their monetization status. If that's for you, it'll come, even if you're not looking for it. And if that's what you desire, it'll come, as long as you work for it. As long as you work for it. Lorraine says, see, Sonya says, I'm mostly working on my health. I'm glad I'm back on track. Yes, good, Sonya, good. I have to keep moving. Lorraine says, okay, y'all, love this. Enjoy the rest of your day and week. You too, Lorraine. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. I definitely do. Um, Hello, everyone just coming in. Sonia says, hello, everyone coming in. Uh, Facebook is money. Yeah, Sonia, I've been hearing people argue back and forth about that. Some say Facebook is where the money is. Some say YouTube is still where the money is. And then YouTube started taking a bigger cut. So then people started to say, they're headed back to Facebook. So I guess it's just competitive. It's a competitive grind. Cole says monetize don't pay much on YouTube. And see, so it's like, and some of the things that you see people do, like, really, is your character worth that money? Because if you're not making a living, and when I say making a living, I mean paying your house note, paying your car note, buying a home, buying cars, helping to get your kids into college, into school, then, don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. Just come on here and have fun. Come on here and have fun. Jill says, good night, Lorraine. Everybody's telling Lorraine good night. Sonia says good night. Cole says, exactly. You believe it. Right. If you believe it, you can achieve it. If it's for you, sometimes it happens to people when they don't even expect it. And then for those who are expecting it, guess what? They can get it because they can work for it. But some people, and you don't have to sacrifice good character. You don't have to sacrifice good character. Hey, Tamika. Tamika Davis says, good evening, Lions Pride and chat. Hello. Sugar Daddy says, I never got in for money, just for my personal growth. Right. Sugar Daddy, you can connect, you can network, you can meet new people. I know that everybody's not a people person. Everyone's not a people person. People aren't all people. But sometimes even if you're not a people person, sometimes you can find some of the best friends that you'll ever have. Maybe on social media, if you come in and, maneuver the correct way. If you come in and you maneuver the correct way. Sonia says, hey, Tamika. Cole speaking to Tamika. Y'all hear that? Joshua says, YouTube is not really, Joshua. Ask Cole, not really. Not really. For those who hit it big, yeah. For those who hit it big, yeah. Sonya says she thinks both are money. For those who hit it big, yeah. Many platforms you can make money on. Yep, absolutely. But there's just certain things I don't want to do, or I'm not really willing to do, even if it does pay the house note, even if it does pay the mortgage, even if it does pay the car note. I say house note, even when you do have house notes, it's the same thing as a mortgage. Even if it pays the bills, even if it pays the rent, there's some things you just, shouldn't do. But hey, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, doesn't mean they won't. Spiky says, hey, Cole. Joshua says, right, Sonya, both are money and it's free to watch videos. Man, if somebody got to cut me 40%, I'd rather just go to work. You know how much you got to make to really be really doing something on here, and they cutting you 40%, and they're only going to go up. It's only up. They're not going to go down. Well, it used to be like 25 or 30. Now it's 40. So if I make $100 and they're going to cut me 50, and then I got to pay taxes on the 50 that's left, that ain't no money to me. That ain't no money to me unless I'm making tens of thousands. But I hear that Facebook, they came up a little bit and they're doing much better. Right, Sugar Dad, that ain't no money. You make $100. Now you're gonna get 60. Then you're gonna get taxed. Depending on your tax bracket already, you have a job, or depending on if you don't have dependents, what are you bringing out of that 60? Even if and then at the end of the year you have to file taxes. Man, it's gotta be enough money to be worth the hassle. It's gotta be enough money in the hustle to be worth the hassle. Paul says, I'm not willing to do all the crazy things either. Right. Do other, yeah, others do either. I just do my own thing. If you like it, good. If you don't, exactly. Exactly. I say all the time, it's boring over here. It's boring over here. But just come over here. I bet you watch any of these lives, you're gonna find some nuggets. Because that's what we do over here. We drop nuggets. We drop nuggets in a, in an attempt to educate, to inform, and to uplift. And if you don't see any nuggets being dropped, then you drop nuggets. We all have life experiences where we've experienced things. And some of those things that we've experienced, we can share them with other subscribers, other content creators. And, we can just share those things and it'll be considered a nugget. It's considered a nugget for somebody. If it helps somebody else in any way, Sugar Daddy may put something in the comment that doesn't help me, but it may help a friend of mine. I may say something in this live that doesn't help any of you guys, but you may be able to take it and help a friend of yours. So it is what it is. Right, sugar. Okay, Sugar Daddy. Exactly. I already go to work. I already go to work. You gotta work, do good hard work. See, a lot of people don't like hard work. A lot of people don't like hard work. And it's not to say that your job has to be hard, but I'm just saying some people consider you guys, some people consider sitting at a desk hard work. And it can be mentally. I'm not gonna lie, there are some jobs where you don't have to stand up at all, unless you're just getting up to go to lunch or getting up to take a bathroom break or something like that. And they can be mentally stressful, mentally draining. So yeah. So that said, just because you don't have to get up and be physically active, it does not mean that the job is not hard. But there are some people who they just want something easy at any expense, as long as it's easy. Cole says, yeah, YouTube gets it. Yeah, they get their cut, then Uncle Sam gets his cut. Then what do you got? Like, I go to my job, Uncle Sam gets his cut, and then my bills get their cut. But with these social media platforms, you got to be big because they're gonna get their cut, which is almost half. Uncle Sam's gonna get his cut, and then your bills. Cole says, yeah, YouTube gets his cut. Then Uncle Sam works their piece. They leave you with crumbs. Right. Sugar Dad says, I have more fun on YouTube than at work. That has value for me. Exactly. Come on, Sugar Daddy. Like I said, dropping nuggets. Y'all look at that nugget. Look at that nugget right there. Look at that nugget. That's what it should be about. I think that's what all social media started out. I think that was the intent, to be informative, to be entertaining, and to be fun. To be informative, entertaining, and fun. And if you can make that money, make that money. But just be aware of how you make it. It's just like when you're at home. It's just like your day-to-day life. You want to be aware of how you make your money. There's certain things you don't want to sell. There's certain things you don't want to promote. Certain products. You got celebrities out here promoting certain products, but then there are certain products they're not going to promote. You don't want to promote anything that's going to bring down your character or bring down your value. Joshua says, I will have to do a live video coming soon by November. Do you, Joshua? Get on it, Joshua. Get on it. You can do it. Cole says, I got on here with the goal to get monetized. I did it like 8 months or so, but most of the money comes from the supporters, not the platform. Yes, Cole, definitely. That's the truth. Now that is the truth. That's the truth. I don't know, Joshua. Not for everybody. I think for some people, but if you're active and you work and you have a family and you got other things going on, it can be hard. I think that's why sometimes people they say, I'll leave you running, stuff like that to kind of help out. And that's good. That's a good way to support each other. When someone says they'll leave you, running so that you can help you with your hours and things like that, that's good because people don't have to do that. They really don't. People don't have to do that. So take all acts of kindness where you can get them. Take all acts of kindness where you can get them. And also put out acts of kindness, you know. Also make sure that you put out acts of kindness. See, that's the thing. Sometimes people support, but they don't get supported back. They don't receive support. And so that's why it can be different for different people, you know. Now your content has to be good, regardless of what it is, whether it's, you know, or it has to be something. I won't necessarily say it has to be good. It has to be something that's entertaining, sometimes something that's different, sometimes something that many people aren't doing. And it could be something that a lot of people are doing, but you just have your own spin on it. You do it in a different way. So, but what I always suggest is that don't do anything that's going to stress you out. You know, don't do anything that's going to stress you out because, like, you know, a couple of you have said, you want to come on here, like Sugar Daddy said, for fun. You know, you want to come on here and have fun. And making money may be your goal. But even if making money is your goal, don't you want to do it in a fun way? Don't you want to have fun? Or at least be comfortable, be at ease, have a, you know, be in a good frame of mind. You know, because like I said, things can be informative, can be educational. I love watching family channels. I do. I love watching relationship channels, couples channels. I like watching the channels where people are you know, talking about the shows, not so much as the celebrities, but when they're talking about shows. Because I think celebrities catch it a lot on social media. So, you know, they talk about certain celebrities. When certain people talk about certain celebrities and they do it in a good way, in a professional way, I enjoy that. But I really like the shows more so than talking about the celebrities themselves. Joshua says, right lines, pride, so true. Sugar Dad said, a share goes a long way. See, yes, it does. It does. And it's so many people. You guys go check out, I think her name is pronounced Mabel. It's Mhabel. She sent so many people my way one day, like so many people. And I'm grateful to her for that. I had a lot of people, but she sent a lot of people. You know, people don't have to do what they do. No, people don't have to do what they do. So yeah, she sent a lot of people, and I always try to support her. She's in a different country. I won't say where because one, I'm not sure, and two, she may not want me to say. But you know, it's good to connect internationally. Doesn't have to just be, you know, a domestic connection. Doesn't just have to be domestic. YouTube is worldwide, so those connections are good. Those connections are great. And so I really do appreciate that. Sometimes it's about where you go, and that's how you grow. Sometimes it's about where you go that allows you to grow. So if growing is your goal, like Sugar Daddy says, he just wants to have fun. Cole says, you know, he got monetized, but it's not a biggie for him because he gets support from the subscribers. But if growing is your goal, sometimes you grow according to where you go. And sometimes you have to switch it up. Sometimes you have to change things up. And it doesn't mean that you dislike anybody. It doesn't mean that you don't like their content anymore. It just means that sometimes the amount of time that you have on here, you have to share it a little bit more. It's just like if you have a child and, you know, then you have a second child. The love doesn't change for your first child. It most likely it grew. But now you have to share the love. So, you know, it can grow. Even though you may not see the people that you started off seeing. And some of those people will stick with you. And it's not that they aren't sticking with you or you aren't sticking with them. It's just that when you start to grow, you know, I think especially if that's your goal. Now, some people, they just like being in one niche and they just like their set group. And for some people, they'll always have that group of people. But when you want to, if you do want to grow, you can. But you have to be mindful of where you go. You really have to be mindful of where you go. And you have to be mindful of the type of growth that you want. What type of growth do you want? You know, this is the World Wide Web. So it doesn't matter what your goals are. There's always going to be somebody who, you know, doesn't click with you, who you're kind of like, why are they over here? They may say something nasty or rude, or you may go somewhere and you like, I don't really click with them, you know, and that's okay. But if you want to grow, more than just the people you started out with will want to hear your message, or will want to see your talent, or will want to, be involved, or watch the things that you're putting out, the content that you're putting out. Like me, I don't really put out content. I'm really a shorts channel. I love doing shorts. I think you can make a short out of anything. But you guys know I love wild animals, and I love just doing little shorts of food, different food. A lot of times it's not even my food. It's somebody who just walked in the house, or it's something that I decide to just jump up and cook. Um, it could be anything. A short can be anything. Right now, I'm loving the massages, the different types of things you can use. I've been using the Play-Doh to do the massages. I've been using the little small gadgets that you can use as stocking stuffers. That's how that started. I was in Walmart and I saw that, and I was like, I like these little massages, so I bought some for myself. And then they were a good idea for stocking stuffers one year. So you know, if you want to grow, you have to be willing to go, willing to go. Some places, again, won't be for you. Some places will. Some places won't. Some places will. Some people won't. Some people will. Some people that were for you won't be for you anymore. And you won't be for them anymore. Oh, y'all, that was ugly. Some people, people outgrow each other. They do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you an enemy. It doesn't make you have to dislike them. They don't have to dislike you. But sometimes people outgrow each other. And sometimes people just have different what? Goals. Different goals and different things they want to accomplish. But the one thing about it, whoever you started off with, if they've been good to you and they've always been pleasant to you and you to them, there won't be a problem. There won't be a problem. If they grow it's through the sky and you stay stagnant. If you grow through the sky and they stay stagnant, the goal is to support each other. Support each other. And no matter how big you get, you'll know who always came around. You'll know who you always enjoyed. And just stick with those people. Make sure you always have contact with those people. Jill says, Amen. Joshua says, God is good. Jill says it's good to help others from the heart. Exactly, Jill. Exactly. Um, Jill says, and you have to work on your content. Yes. Your content makes others want to come back. Exactly. Exactly. Sonia says, exactly. Jill says, think of ways to improve your growth. Yes, yes. And then, and sometimes people aren't really focused on it. If you don't really want to grow and you're just on here to have fun, to engage with other people, to network, then that's good. That's growth in itself. That's growth in itself. Some people don't have content. Just that Sonya is a prime example. Sonya has growth to me. Anytime I find somebody with over 100 subs and they don't have any content on their channel, or they have one or two things, that lets me know the type of character that they have, because that means they've made connections within these chats and on people's in their comment sections, or maybe on their community walls. They've made connections with people, and there's something about them that makes people want to subscribe to them and be in contact with them. Like she doesn't, and there are a couple of people I see that way. They don't have content. They may have like one or two shorts, maybe a video or two that they did 2 or 3 years ago. But you see them in these YouTube streets. They're regulars. So it's something about the way that they conduct themselves when they're, on other people's channel or in other people's chat, that makes people find a connection or feel a connection with them. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. It speaks to their character. You have some content creators on here, and they'll tell you it took them months to maybe get to 100. And I don't know how long it took Sonya or anybody else that I mentioned to get what they have, but it's just the fact of the matter that they have that many and they don't even produce content. So that says a lot about them. Jill says, think of ways to improve your growth. Facts. Sugar Daddy says, sounds like family to me. Yep. Yep, Sugar Daddy. Exactly. Jill says, yes, indeed. Sonya is she is very supportive. I did a live yesterday and I was like, where is Sonya? I don't know if I asked where she was or not, but because I don't like to do that. It's like there are certain things I just don't like to do. Like I don't like to um now if I'm checking on somebody or I'm concerned, then yeah, I'll be like, well, have you guys seen so and so or whatever? But there are just certain things I don't like to, because she could be busy. She could be busy. So I just don't like to just say that. But now if it's two or three lives and I'm like, I haven't seen Sonya, I'm gonna be like, okay, where's Sonya? Why isn't she in my live? What did I do? Did y'all do something to Sonya? That's what I'm gonna say, y'all. Because I'm gonna be looking for her. And then if nobody's, heard from her or seen her, then, I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to find out how I can reach her, you know. So like a lot of times people say I don't come on here to make friends. I don't think anybody actually comes on here to make friends, but you can make them, or you can make connections if that's what you want to call them. Sometimes you do create bonds. You do create bonds with people, and you want to know what's going on if you don't see them. So just try and be supportive as possible. Again, thank you, Cole. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you, Sugar Daddy, for sharing me out. Cole came over. Um, and in fact, I'm going to do that. I think it's probably been like a week or so since I've dropped some names on the community wall, but I always try to do it. I don't care how small the channel is. I don't care how big the channel is. I don't care how popular the channel is. Because guess what? You got a lot of content creators who don't have many subscribers, but they're very popular people. And a lot of people know them. Their chats may not be filled all the time, but a lot of people know them and a lot of people appreciate them. So, the thing is just try to support and share and get them out there. Just get them out there. Y'all, I paused for a second because my neighbor's cat was walking one way, and y'all know I don't do domestic cats. He was walking one way, and then the next thing I knew, he was flying like Speedy Gonzalez. Tell me why another cat was like right on his heels. I don't know. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know if they're trying to network like we were doing and make a connection in a positive way, or if it was some ugly stuff going on. So I'm hoping that they were playing, because if you don't hear a lot of wow, yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's all right. So you got the hearts, Jill. Sonny says, laugh out loud. I was out with my daughter yesterday. Good, good. That's good. Y'all have fun. I hope y'all had fun. Yeah, sometimes, we need a break from things. It's just like, sometimes you need a break from social media. Sometimes you may need a break from a channel. Don't get offended. Sometimes a person needs a break from you. Like Sugar Daddy said, it's like family. Everything when you apply to social media, you can apply to family. And if you can need a break from family, you can need a break from social media. Yes, Sugar Daddy. That's why I don't play with them. I don't play with them. To me, lions are like men. I don't know. It's just something about wildlife. I just feel like wildlife, they're like humans. And domestic animals, cats and dogs are like humans as well, even birds. But it's just something about, I guess it's the beauty. And they're just so majestic when it's a wild animal. But these little cats out here, I ain't with it. I ain't with it, y'all. I know I sound crazy, but I ain't with it. That sounds crazy, don't it? Like, love a lion, love a tiger, love a jaguar, but a little bitty street cat. Mm-mm. It's like when my friends have cats, I'm like, why you get a cat? If I had to pick, I would pick a puppy. I'm like, why you got a cat? And they look at me like, because they're sweet. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Sugar Daddy, I think they're bipolar. Sonya says, Sugar Daddy, I agree. Yes, y'all, I think they're bipolar. And one reason I don't jig with them too well is because they're really smart. I'm not going to even lie. Cats are really smart. I see Sugar Daddy says that they're bipolar. Not only are they bipolar, they're really smart. Cats are smart. They're finicky. They're smart. Some of them can be mean. Some of them cannot be. It just depends on their mood. There are so much. I said that the wildlife, the wild animals are like us. The cats and dogs are so much like us. Yeah, they're so much like us until it's like these animals really do talk to us sometimes. They talk to us. And your animals, your cats and dogs, they know their owners. They know their owners. Dogs are really smart. Dogs are really smart. Dogs, they have a protective nature. Dogs know when you don't feel good. Dogs know a lot. And I'm not sure about cats, but I'm sure that they probably have that instinct too. They know when their owners aren't feeling good. They know, when things aren't right around the house. They know when the people in the house aren't clicking. They understand that. Jill says, I miss my cat. I have to give him. Oh, you had to give him away? Okay, because you became allergic to cats. Jill, how did you find out? Like, did you at first wonder, or did you start to get symptoms and then you wondered like what's going on, or did you like immediately know? Me too, Sonya. I am too, and that's crazy. I guess the thing about it is a lion, unless I'm on a safari, I'm not gonna get that close. But cats can just come right up. They can just come right up to you. That cat, um, uh I have the safest safest cat I ever met now, and she's too smart, and she's still bipolar. You still got the same one. Sugar Daddy, do you still have your same cat? I remember, well, it's been like a couple of years now, right? We've been knowing each other. I know you had a cat. So do you still have that same cat? Sonya's laughing. Jill says, when I moved from New York City, I became allergic to almost everything. Really? Wow. You know what? That sounds funny, but I can totally believe it because, I don't know how many other people, how many have become like, of you in the chat, how many of you guys have like done something forever and a day and all of a sudden you become allergic to it? Or you've owned something and it's like, whether it be a pet or just whatever, certain foods, and you suddenly become allergic. And it's like, oh my goodness, especially if it's like your favorite food. It's so annoying. It's so annoying to become, allergic to something that you really do enjoy. When we were talking about the corn and the greens and stuff like that, you know, those veggies can make just about anybody go. But sometimes when they make you go like that, and if you think back and you think like, did they always make me do this? Or did this has just happened just, with age or and sometimes, like especially with foods, I wonder if it's because what they're putting in it. Because you can bet your bottom dollar just about anything now. I don't care what it is that we eat. They don't use the same stuff that they used when we were in our 20s, when we were in our teens, before we were born. Like even when they come through and they spray the foods for pesticides in the gardens. That's why I like um going to the farmers market and stuff like that. I love the fact that my family grew a lot of food because you could, pay closer attention to what you put on it to keep the insects away and things like that. Because sometimes you have to use something, but you can try your best to use the less harsh chemicals. Um, so, sometimes I wonder, like when people say I could eat corn back in the day, or it wouldn't go through me this fast. Sometimes I wonder, I know it's, your system changes as you get older, but I also wonder, like, what is it that they're putting on it? Could it be the things that they use to keep the insects away? Because, a lot of stuff, and because they don't want to send people into a panic sometimes. And just look. The information in this video is meant for informative, educational, entertainment purposes only. We're just shooting the shoot. We're just shooting the breeze. But saying that, things are done differently over the years, over the decades. Things change. Things that people use change, and everybody's system doesn't always adapt to the change. So sometimes when you find yourself allergic to something, if you get it in its most natural state or its most natural form, I, there are times where you probably could really still tolerate it. Um, Sonia says, "Oh wow." Jill said, "I had to go to a specialist, and they ran tests, and that's how I found out." Okay, that's how you found out you were allergic to cats, shellfish, and a ton of other things. Yep. Yep. Sometimes it's so bad people do have to go and get the, and I mean there are a lot of tests that they do. It's a lot. A lot. Jill says, Sonya, I was pissed, laugh out loud. Jill. uh Sugar Daddy says, Jill's comfort zone, my boss has an allergy to all meat except chicken. See, yeah, a lot of times people, and you think about it, what's one of the most common food allergies? Peanuts, tree nuts, any kind of tree nuts, peanuts. So, and some of those allergies, especially if, as children or young adults, you can kind of, grow out of, or you can kind of wean yourself into being able to eat it in small portions. Um, some people are allergic to shellfish, but y'all, they'll still sit there and eat it. And they're like, I'm allergic to it and it makes me do this or that, but I just take Benadryl. That's what they say. So for some people that can work, but for some people the allergy is so bad that they just can't eat it at all. Jill says, yes, I've always had delicate skin. I break out from anything. I have to be careful what I use. So you really have to be careful with the type of laundry detergent and all that stuff that you use. So Jill, can you use, or do you know, have you tried, can you use like you know, um, during the past 2 to 3 years, people really started using that Lysol laundry disinfectant and the Clorox laundry disinfectant. Have you ever tried any of those things? And what limits do you have as far as stuff like that, laundry detergent? That's you, Sugar Daddy. So Sugar Daddy, are you allergic to shellfish? And if you, is that why you take the Benadryl? Or does Benadryl help you with your allergy to shellfish? Okay, okay, you haven't tried them. So what type of detergent do you use? Can you use I guess when I say regular, I just mean like Gang Tide, just all the different name brands, or do you have to use like a certain type of soap? Because I knew someone that had to just use, they could use Ivory soap years ago, and then they started making the Ivory detergent, which they've made for a long time now. So, and that was fine with them as well. But then I know a couple of people, they still use soap, like in their laundry, they throw in Ivory soap. Or what is the other one that's like for babies, kind of like Dreft? Is it Dreft? I think it's Dreft. You use Gently Tide. Okay, okay. Yeah. So at least there are options. There are a lot more options now, because I know back in the day, sometimes people would have to use, like, literally have to use a bar soap, or they would make soap. Some people make soap. Well, I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'm gonna go in here and take a shower and try and wind down. And I thank each and every one of you guys, excuse me, for coming into this live. I'm looking, y'all. I'm just checking out the scene for the cats. Okay, I thank each and every one of you guys for coming into this live and spending some time with me, because you could have been anywhere else. I hope that something was said in this live to uplift you. Um, I hope that you all had a great day. But if you didn't, if you had a little, if it was a little rocky, a little shaky, I hope something was said in this live to uplift you. And remember, sometimes you have to motivate yourself. Sometimes we have to motivate ourselves, because if you don't, who else will? If you have those who will motivate you, that's great, that's fine. But never feel bad for having to uplift and motivate yourself. That being said, peace, positivity, and prosperity. If there's no peace, there's chaos. If there's no positivity, there's negativity. And wherever they mix, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. So don't let bother people bother you. Don't leave this app. Don't leave your job. Don't leave any other place with more stress than you went in with. That's easier said than done, I know, but just work on it. We all got to work on it. I got to work on it. This is to uplift me too. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Those cats are fighting now. Oh my gosh. Can y'all hear it? Let me get by the door so I can run in. Can y'all hear that? Oh, oh my goodness. I didn't think it was going to be nice. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be nice. Mm-mm-mm. Did y'all hear it? Get some ease. You didn't hear it, Jill? Boy, they got down for like 10 seconds. You use draft? Okay, okay. Yeah, a lot of people say that that's a good one to use if you have skin sensitivities. Have a blessed night, Jill says, "Have a blessed night, everyone." You too, Jill. Have a blessed night. And let me get my butt in here. Cat fight, yes, cat fight, sugar daddy. They getting it in. They getting it in, cause they stopped. I was like standing in the street, and they ran by the house, and they stopped. And y'all know how long ago that's been, so I guess they've been just kind of scoping each other out. Y'all ever seen cats? They look like they're about to have like a shootout at the OK Corral. They stand there and they just stare. They just stare, and it's like, you go, no, you go, you go, you go. And then sometimes they just lock up. They just lock up, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again for coming to the live. I enjoyed you guys. I hope you enjoyed each other. And join me on the next Let's Walk and Talk video. Well, not video. What am I talking about? Let's Walk and Talk live. Just come on over here. Maybe I'll upload a video. Maybe I should upload a video. Maybe that's why video came to mind. I don't know. But whatever it is, come check out my shorts if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Hold down that notification bell. It's my doorbell. It's called the YouTube notification bell. Hold it down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And if you don't see from me or hear from me or whatever from me through this app, just come back, unsubscribe, resubscribe again. Sometimes we have to reset this joint. Just reset it. Just reset the joint. Reset it. And I'm about to get in this house, y'all, because these cats, I ain't having it. Bye, y'all.